What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Leon from Leon Talks TV, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're delving into a topic that impacts so many of us: how social media affects our relationship. We all use social media, but have you ever thought about how it might be influencing your life? So let's break it down together. Chapter 1: the connection between social media and relationships. So let's start with the basics. Research shows that heavy social media use can lead to lower relationship satisfaction. What does that mean? Well, when we spend a lot of time on platforms like Instagram or even Twitter, we often compare ourselves to others. We might see couples who seem perfect, which can make us feel like our own relationship isn't good enough. This comparison can create jealousy and even mistrust. You might think your partner is not as good as someone you see online, and that can really hurt your relationship. Chapter 2: social media's impact on relationship satisfaction. Recent studies highlights how social media use can negatively impact relationship satisfaction. There is a clear link between social media addiction and lower satisfaction in romantic relationships. The more addicted someone is, the less satisfied they tend to feel. For example, a study from Turkey involving nearly 1,000 university students found that Phubbing, ignoring a partner in favor of your phone, was associated with decreased satisfaction in relationships. Additionally, a 2025 study revealed that active use of platforms like Twitter and Instagram, but not Facebook, was linked to lower romantic satisfaction, particularly because these platforms encourage comparison and visual sharing, which can create jealousy and distraction. Furthermore, excessive social media use has been shown to decrease marital satisfaction and increase conflict. While some studies suggest that the effect may vary based on demographics and the specific platforms, the overall evidence points to a consistent pattern. Heavy social media use is associated with lower relationship satisfaction, especially when it leads to comparison or phone-based distractions. Chapter 3: the impact of social media on self-image and relationships. So let's talk about something that's been buzzing around in certain circles online. A lot of guys are saying that women get on social media and start feeling overwhelmed by all sorts of things like physical appearance, relationship, and lifestyle. They see all these curated posts and start comparing their own lives to what they see online, which can lead to feelings of depression. Honestly, it's not surprising at all. Social media creates this illusion of endless options for both men and women. People showcase their best moments and happiest appearance, which gives off a false sense of perfection. It can make it seem like everyone else has a better life, a better partner, or more money. The truth is, there's always going to be someone who looks more attractive, has a fancier lifestyle, or seem more romantic than your partner. This constant comparison can really take a toll on relationships. When people bring these unrealistic expectations back into their own lives, it can lead to someone not feeling satisfied and also arise conflict. Now, let's compare these couples from before the rise of social media. You see, back then, people didn't have the same kind of constant exposure to idealized versions of relationships. They built their connections without the pressure of comparing themselves to influencers or perfectly curated couples online. Their relationships were based more on personal experiences and interactions rather than filtered images or highlight reels. You see, the difference shows us that without social media, couples relied more on communication and genuine connection. They faced challenges without the added pressure of comparison, which allowed them to focus on what truly mattered in their relationship. So let's think about this. How can we shift our focus away from these comparisons and appreciate what we have? I mean, it's all about recognizing that social media often shows a filtered version of reality, and it's important to focus on building solid connections in our real lives. So, what do you think? I mean, let's discuss it. Chapter 4: the different platforms, different effects. Not all social media is created equal. Some platforms like Instagram and Twitter, now known as X, can be even more harmful to relationships because they focus on so much on visual content and comparison. Facebook, on the other hand, might not have the same negative impact. So if you find yourself scrolling through Instagram and feeling down about your relationship, it might be time to take a break or change how you use it. Chapter 5, the flip side of social media, finding value in connection. But don't get me wrong, social media can actually have its benefits too. If you're not caught up in the unrealistic lifestyles that often flood our feeds, it can be really helpful. For example, you might come across a video where someone explains a relationship advice like how to treat your partner or set boundaries in a relationship. But sometimes you might struggle to express how you feel, but then you find a video that clearly articulates your thoughts. I mean, I've been in that situation myself. You see someone explaining exactly what you're feeling and it resonates with you. You can share it. You can share that video with your partner. And especially, for example, if I'm seeing a woman articulate it and she's expressing how I feel and I send it to my so-called partner, it's even helps even better the fact that it's a woman explaining it rather than a man. So she can see it as, okay, if a woman's explaining it, then it's not biased. So, and then when they watch it, it helps them understand your perspective a lot better. And you see, in that way, social media can be a valuable tool for gaining insights and different viewpoints. Whether or not people agree with you, it is what it is. But it opens up conversations that might be tough to have otherwise. But with all the benefits that I just mentioned, there is a downside because social media does ignite a lot of gender wars amongst females and male dynamics. So that's one aspect to look at, the downside of things. Chapter 6, personal factors matters too. Important to remember that personal factors play a role in how social media affects your relationship. Things like attachment style, self-esteem, and how much you need to feel connected can influence your experience. Younger couples or those who feel insecure may be more affected by social media's negative side. So, knowing yourself and your partner better can help you navigate these challenges together. Conclusion. In summary, social media can impact our relationship in both good and bad ways. By understanding how it affects us, and being proactive about the use of it, we can strengthen the connections and minimize negativity. Also, by setting boundaries like forbidding to compare other people's lives to your own situation or using it as a weapon to shame your partner. Anyways, that's me done. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. How has social media affected your relationship? Let's discuss in these comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more insights. Until next time, take care and remember to nurture your relationship. Peace out and salute.